Knight to f6 by black, which is known as Berlin defense. And this complete setup is known as Italian game 2 knights defense modern bishop opening. Okay, so now black is preparing for d5. That's why here Carlsen slides back his bishop to b3. And in this position, black sacrificed his bishop to opens the position of white. And now black is preparing for bishop to h2 check. That's why in this position, Carlsen decides to bring his knight to f1, covering the h2 square. Here Carlsen is preparing for rook to e2, guarding the second rank. Instead of capturing, it's better for white to play rook to e2. And if black exchanges the rook, simply queen takes e2, and suppose if black plays rook to f6 with the idea of rook to g6 check. So now in this position, white can play bishop takes d5, which also covers the g2 squares. So that's why black have to capture this bishop. But after this, knight to h2, preparing this square for king. And if rook to g6 check, simply king to h1. And yeah, you can see that everything is well protected, and due to these strong pawn chains, white is better. Okay, so in the actual game, after the move bishop takes d5, and here some of you might be thinking that why white gives up his bishop. This is because suppose instead of queen to f3, if white plays bishop to d2, he tries to defend this bishop. Now this game is over for white. This is because now comes queen to h4 check, king to f3, rook to g8, and if white tries to be defensive and played the move like queen to e2, now I just want you all to pause the video and try to find the crazy move which black can play in this position. In this position, black can actually sacrifice his rook by rook to g3 check, and comment down that how many of you finds that move. And obviously you can't capture this rook due to queen takes g3 checkmate. And suppose after rook to g3 check, yeah, after this move, if black plays suppose king to f2, rook to e3 check, discover check by the queen, and after king to g1, rook takes e2, and you can see that white is queen down and this game is over for white. Okay, so in the actual game, after the move knight takes e3, okay, so everything was fine till here for black, and now to win this game, black have to just find the move king to g7. And suppose if white tries to give a check like queen to d7 check, simply king to f8. And if queen to d8 check, king to f7, queen to d7 check, king to g8, queen to e8 check, king to h7, queen to d7 check, rook to g7, queen to f5 check, king to h8, queen to c8 check, and rook to g8. And you can see that there is no more checks, and this position is completely winning for black. But in the actual game, after the move king to e1, here black missed this move and he blunders by playing h5. This is because now in this position white have this move which is rook to d1 with the idea of rook to d2 attacking this queen. And suppose if black tries to attack the white, if black tries to attack by bishop to g3 check, king to f1, queen to h1 check, king to e2, queen to h2 check, king to d3, and you can see that there is no more further checks for white king, and you can see that this position is better for white due to these connected pawn chains. But after the move h5, Carlsen missed this move and instead he blunders by. Now I just want you all to pause the video and try to find the crushing move which makes white position completely paralyzed. In this position here black finds the move rook to g1 check, sacrificing the rook, and in this position Magnus Carlsen resigned. This is because after knight takes g1 now comes h2, and you can see that no one can stop this promotion. What an amazing game by Xiangzhi. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. Hit that subscribe button for more because it motivates me a lot. This is your host Bison signing off. Bye bye.